guys. We have our river. I added some boulders just to kind of try to add maybe just a little bit of shape to our boulders. Hello and welcome back to the Forever World. Let's see. Last episode we built our lovely barn and finished our arch, and so now the horseshoe of our headquarters is complete. Let's see. Between episodes I moved all of the clutter that we had over there down here, and then I also moved the clutter that we had here just around the corner there. So now we have a nice blank canvas up here as we get to landscaping and decorating and stuff. That is not today though, that is in the future. And then I also went ahead and got the magenta and pink sheeps added to our little hand done mob or wool farm. I know things. And then let's see, I don't know how to really explain this one. Back in episode one of the very first episodes of the Forever World, I dug out this little cave over here to use to gather mob drops, and I have relocated it to be under that arch over there now instead, because we're going to be installing a huge minecart system in here and I think in there as well. So kind of starting to prep for that, but today's episode is going to be kind of a more, probably smaller episode. I, being the responsible adult that I am, have given myself 24 hours to film and edit this video, and that's stressing me out a little bit. And one of the things that I do when I get stressed in Minecraft, well, I have two, how do I want to word this? I have two big stress relievers in Minecraft, and the first stress reliever is chopping trees, and the second stress reliever is building lakes. And so I figured that today, to relieve the stress of me procrastinating and only giving myself 24 hours to make and edit this video, we'll build a lake. Phase 1 of the headquarters is complete, which means now we're moving on to Phase 2. And Phase 2 is the village that is way over yonder. And so let's run over there so we can discuss the plan. But I'm gonna grab some water on the way. There we go. To the village. So currently our village is over here. And it's kind of been destroyed with all the breeding and trading and stuff that I've been doing. And I think I would like to move the village. See, I'm realizing now that this little hilltop thing is a lot larger than I thought it was. I would like to move, I was originally envisioning moving the village to be over here. However, the lake that I want to build today is way back here. On the other side of this house here, this little ridge, inside there, it makes like this nice little donut. Look at the sheepies over here. Hello, sheepies. Oh, there's a dark gray sheep. We're gonna kidnap it. Hello. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna... Okay. Yes. So, look. We have a nice little donut here. Just begging to be filled with water and turned into a lake. And so I'm thinking that's what we're gonna do today. And so eventually, kind of here, you're distracting me. Hang out for a second. So the grand kind of vision that I have here, is that another one? What color are you? Oh, black. We don't have black yet. Yes. Hang on, guys. I am very distracted at the moment. All right. You two hang out. I gotta ramble. So we're gonna turn this into a lake. And then on this side of our donut, I'm thinking we punch a hole and we build a waterfall, and then we do a river that winds through. And I guess... So the kind of vision is next to our lake, I would like to build kind of a gothic church cathedral thing. And then at the base of the waterfall, do like another smaller lake, and then the fisher villagers will be around that. But it's so far away from where I'm hoping to put the village, or was originally envisioning putting the village. So I don't know. We might have to... I mean, we're still building the lake, and we're going to install the river, but I think maybe the village might stay here? I don't know. Much to think about, but we're going to start here, because this is what I have inspiration for and motivation for. Okay, we have a lake. That went faster than I was expecting it to, but the Java water mechanics are a lot different. Not a lot. They're different than the Bedrock water mechanics. So that was an interesting learning curve. And so now I have a chest full of tuff over there. But now we get to decide where we want to put our waterfalls and rivers and stuff. Part of me is thinking we already kind of have like a natural kind of like, it's small, but a natural little crevice kind of scoopy thing right here. So if we terraform this a bit, we could put a river right here and then maybe have it come down and maybe wrap this way and then go off in that direction somewhere. That would come very far down the line though, because all of this is getting removed and rebuilt. So that is an option. I really would like to put a waterfall into a smaller kind of pond lake thing over here, which this is already pretty steep, so that's not, that's we could work with this. Okay, so maybe right here is where the waterfall would go. I'm thinking right there. Let's see here. Oh, we have friends upstairs, or up on the hill. Hi guys. We're cool? I'm cool. How are you guys? I'm gonna stay over here. You stay over there. No, why do I feel like you're slowly creeping in my direction? Anyways, could go here. Or, since it's already kind of steep right there, maybe we go right here. This is kind of a thin part. Okay, yeah, so if we... It's gonna be really ugly here at first. This thing is gonna have many, many phases. And so to start, we're just gonna punch a hole, and then we're gonna punch another hole. I know how it looks. It's gonna be really bad here for a little bit. We have the start. So two-tiered waterfall into small pond. I feel like I say this a lot. It's really ugly right now. But we're gonna put like a little mini pond right here, and then we're gonna make this scoop a little bit, and then we're gonna cover the whole thing in tuff and do a lot of terraforming. I'm getting inspiration from Soul Rift. I really liked the build we were doing on that SMP, and so it makes me sad that we didn't get to finish it. And so our village, I hate too tall grass if you didn't know that, our village is going to be inspired by kind of the aesthetic we were going for in Soul Rift. So that means a lot of tuff, a lot of andesite, spruce, dark oak, spruce trees, just that kind of a thing. Maybe I'll throw in some pictures of how far we did get on our build in Soul Rift. But yes, so Soul Rift is the inspiration for the village that we're going to be building over here. And all of the terraforming we're going to be doing as well. I got kind of the base foundation in for the first tier of the waterfall. It's very flat. It needs texturing. It needs plants. And it needs some more blending. It's a pretty harsh kind of cut off right now, both vertically and horizontally. So there is still much work to be done, very much so. But we at least have something in. And so now I think I might just get in a rough draft for that first tier of the waterfall, and then we can install the river and the water, and then from there, it's just kind of texturing and make it pretty. In Soul Rift, we used andesite as kind of our highlight, and then I never got around to it, but I was going to use deep slate for kind of the dark tone in there. So we'll maybe start there when it comes to texturing. And although we're using a lot of andesite in our headquarters, which I guess now we're kind of done with the shell of the headquarters, so I shouldn't need andesite for that anymore. We might play with some smooth stone as well, because I have a lot of smooth stone, and so it would save me a lot of digging if we found a way to use that. But I think for today, we're just going to focus on getting the rough draft of our waterfall in. So I'm going to go in with the tuff and see what I can do, I guess. Again, rough draft. But rough draft is complete. I also went ahead and mudded the entire bottom of the pond, and then I got the little pond that's up there and our river. I did not do the big lake. That's gonna be a very large project for some time in the future. Let's see. Let's talk about our cliff here. So we kind of have two different cliffs going on here. The bottom cliff, it kind of cuts in like this. Oh, my hand's not like this, if that makes any sense. And then the upper cliff cuts out. And I don't know how big of a deal that is. That they're not like both swooping in the same direction. For now, I don't mind it, so I think we're gonna leave it as is. But yeah, so this is the final product, or not the final product, the first rough draft. I am happy with the waterfall. I like that the two tiers aren't completely centered on each other. Makes it feel less man-made, because it is very much so man-made. Let's head up to our other little pool up here. So this is our lower pool. And I think the mud just blends better with the tuff, and it adds kind of a little bit of shading to our water. Yes. And then up here, oh, don't look at the side. Avert your eyes. We have our river. I added some boulders just to kind of try to add maybe just a little bit of shape to our boulders, or our river, whatever. And that is where the mudding ended, because I saw that and I was like, not today. And so now the idea is we're gonna build like a little fisherman village around this pond. So we're gonna get a cute little dock in here. We might go kidnap some fish from the river below and move them up here. And we'll probably plant some kelp and maybe one day some coral, but we have not adventured out to find an ocean yet. I don't see myself doing that for a while. Yes. So yeah, this is where we're at, and I think this is where I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. It means a lot to me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Comment down below. Comments, questions, concerns, whatever you got. I'd love to hear it. Yeah. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week. I love you. God loves you. He sees you. He wants to go through what you're going through with you. So just reach out and he'll be there. I promise. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.